seconds to go. Wake Forest ties the game. What were you looking for in that final possession, and what was it like going through that final surge that Wake Forest made against you guys?
Yeah, I had one timeout left. I was really concerned about calling the timeout and them changing defenses on us. So we just put it in our leading scorer's hand, fifth-year senior, and ran a play to get him some momentum going to his right hand. And we just told him, hey, go make a smart play. And he made a really, really good play, talented, shot. We won the game. But the biggest thing was just to get it in his hands, somebody that we can trust, that'll be poised in that moment. And he just delivered for us.
Sneak into the tournament? How's that going to work?
Every night it's a battle in this league. And so we just try to concern ourselves with, how we try to play. We got certain standards we try to live by, every day. And we try to stick to that. We don't really get caught up in the opponent. All of the opponents are good. So we can stick to our standards and really be true to what we're trying to do. That's all that matters. All the teams are good.
Looks like you guys were pulled away from there in the second half on a big 27-3 run. That sort of Wake's guards brought the team slowly back in the game. What was it like surviving that comeback? What do you say about the effort of Wake Forest to senior guards to make it close that stretch?
Well, the biggest thing in that run, I thought we stopped them. So I know we had 27 points, but it's more important to know that they had 3. So I think we stopped them. Our defense was good. We had a couple of shot clock violations that gave us an opportunity to get out and run and get some easy baskets. And so it was a very good segment for us, 5 or 6 minutes where, our defense was really high level and we were sharing the rock. We found some momentum as it pertains to what we were running. We kept it really simple, and we just found a rhythm for like 5 or 6 minutes. So, happy we had that run. We needed it. Obviously, we won the game by 2. And so we needed that run.
Any other questions from here? All right, we'll go to Dan Rubin.
Coach, last time you played Wake Forest and it was at home, it obviously didn't come out the way you wanted it to. And then you turn around and you beat them on the road. What kind of was the biggest difference between, the two performances? What did you take away from that first game and how did it apply to the game plan in this one?
That game was a little bit over a month ago. And we were trying to find our way. We had a lot of guys coming in and out of the roster at that time. They really came to our place and got us pretty good. I think they got us by 18, but they played a great game. They really shot the ball well, and we didn't have a lot of answers for them. But the last, month and a few days, we've really had great practices. We saw ourselves improving and getting better. Our captains, have done a better job of leading. So we just gotten better. We playing the game the way we thought we wanted to play it going into the season. And so we're starting to find a way to get our rhythm. And, but Wake's a really good team. Steve Forbes does a great job. So his teams are always hard to play against.
Go to Kevin and Surab.
Coach, Makai just called that the QP flu game. How worried were you that you weren't going to have him tonight? And what did you think of his performance?
Well, he did. He didn't practice the last 2 days. We had 2 or 3 guys sniffling. So, in my heart, I just said we're gonna use what we got. We're gonna use what we got. Nothing we can do. Anything we can do about that. He did a little bit yesterday in practice, and he said, "Coach, I'm gonna try to go." So, brought him off the bench. I think he got in the game and started sweating and felt pretty good. But going into it, we thought we may not have him, and we was gonna try to just use what we had. And so, really fortunate that he was out there because he did a lot of great things. We needed him today.
Surab.
So really messy opening minutes to the game. You found yourself down 12-2 early. Can you talk about sort of what went wrong there and how important Jaden Zachary was in sort of stabilizing things there?
I think one is we hadn't played in 7 days. We had a huge win at home, and we hadn't played in 7 days. So I think that was one. Had to kind of get back in the game rhythm. So our timing was a little bit off. We had 2 turnovers. They got layups out of it. And then they made an open 3. So that's 8 points right there, or 7 points right there. So, We gave them 7 at the beginning. You know, we wasn't sharp enough with the ball. They turned us over. The crowd got into it. But we did stabilize. You know, it was 12-2. We did stabilize. We got it back to 12-7 pretty quickly. And then we won the next 15 minutes. You know, we went into the locker room feeling really good.
All right, Dan and then Surab to close it out.
Coach, QP mentioned that someone, and they didn't mention who, but mentioned that someone at the end didn't know or forgot what the play was or ran the wrong play at the end there. So for you, one was just how gratifying, I guess, is it that on a busted, broken play with no timeouts that your team, one, comes away with the bucket, and two, that they still have the chemistry to find the open man.
Yeah, Devin McLaughlin, great player. He was on the bench some, but he's a winning player. So we put him back in. He had a huge offensive rebound, gave us another possession. And he's been going back and forth from the 4 and the 5 position. So he was confused, who he was in the game with. Obviously, he didn't do his part. Quentin Post did do his. We got Makai to his right hand, so it still worked out.
All right, Surab, last one.
Defense was huge in the first half. I think you held them to 4 of 14 from 3-point shooting. Did that sort of help you guys momentum-wise going into the second half?
We wanted to be a little more aggressive. I thought, they caught us on our heels the first time we played them. So we wanted to fight at them a little bit higher on the court, put more pressure on them to force the dribble, and take away some of those threes because they're a very talented team. So I think our ball pressure and, forcing the dribble, they couldn't find great rhythm threes. So they had to shoot them off the bounce, and we were able to contest them. So our guys showed a lot of grit, played with a lot of effort, and we were able to find a way to get a win on the road.